this is how I'm gonna put this, and I'm gonna keep it very simple and short and sweet. I have autism. I am a high functioning autistic woman. An autistic person, think of them basically as a robot. And when you say something to an autistic person, let me just give you an example. I have tried to be like neurotypical people, and it doesn't come off as genuine because it's not natural to who I am and how I am, because I have a disability. I understand when people see people who are high functioning or intelligent or very capable with certain things, they cannot conceptualize that they struggle in other areas of their life. But I do. I have a disability. And because of that, I am like a robot. I have a monotone voice, I'm very direct, and my mind is like, my brain cannot understand different social interactions and social cues with different people in the regular neurotypical world, period, full stop. I've tried to be another way. I've been dancing for 3 going on 4 years, is what people don't understand. I've tried to fit myself in the mold, and it doesn't work, and it comes off as disingenuous to people because it's like a robot trying to act human. It's like an AI trying to be human. You always know it's a fucking AI because the way it talks and the way it acts. That is essentially how I am. I've been compared to a machine all the time. Everybody tells me that. Oh, you're like a robot. Oh, you're like an AI. You're like a machine. Even people who don't speak English, they say that to me. I get it. You cannot, people don't understand how autistic people are, and that's fine. I'm not changing my tone for anybody, period. Because really, I can't. What about autism and people having autism do you not understand? Nobody understands that. Maybe you haven't met autistic people, you're not educated on it, and that's fine. And I had this conversation with a coworker of mine, so this is why I'm bringing it up for the general message. You call me aggressive, you can call me masculine. I don't give a fuck what you call me. I don't give a fuck what you call me or how you feel about me, because I'm a good person and I do right by people. Period. Period. I'm a good person and I do right by people. Nobody can ever question or say anything different about these two things. So if you don't like my tone and you overly sensitive and you need somebody to talk to you like you a fucking baby, or I don't even understand, like my voice doesn't have any ebbs and flows. I have one voice. If you look up videos of other autistic people, that's how they talk. This is how autistic people are. Even children with autism have a similar autistic voice. If you look up on TikTok, autistic voice, other people who talk like me are going to pop up.
Or grab a drink sometime. Okay, great. Well, I'm really looking forward to continuing our friendship. Nice meeting you. Bye. Hello, it was a pleasure to meet you. Would you ever want to grab a drink sometime? Maybe you're non-alcoholic because you went to rehab. Okay, I don't know why I said that.
That is how it is. This is a disability. I am very capable in multiple areas of my life, but when it comes down to social interactions, I have a deficit. Now, I tell people I'm not changing my tone because they can't really conceptualize that it's a disability and I can't. So I'm just going to tell you, I don't give a fuck about how you feel about my tone. If you don't want to be my friend, I cut off my own mama. I don't give a fuck about you or nobody else. Period. That goes for anybody. That goes for the coworker I had this conversation with a couple minutes ago that sparked this conversation. I don't need nobody but me. I've survived the absolute worst in life, and I'm not going to put up with people who cannot understand simple ass shit. If you don't want to educate yourself about it, you don't have to. Don't tell me about a fucking tone. I'm not going to address this again. I'm going to put this on my highlights so people can understand this, and it's going to be there forever so you can reference to this. Come back to this video if you ever have confusion, is what I'm telling you. And my last point is this. I don't go for anything, and I'm not about to tell a man nicely to not slap my ass, because I say it one time. And this is specifically dealing with people in the club. I'm not going to say it more than once nicely, because a grown man understands English. He understood when you told him the first time, don't touch me that way. And for you as a person to tell me, oh, well, you need to say it nicely, you need to say it a certain way, that's just the same thing as telling a rape victim, maybe you should have did this, maybe did you say no, what were you wearing, all this other shit. If somebody touches me inappropriately and I've already told them nicely one time, do not do that to me, they're not entitled to any more niceness or grace from me, period. If you can't understand that, you need to go to a class about consent. I'm not sweetening my tone for somebody who is assaulting me by the textbook, by law. Do you understand what I'm saying? If I tell a man, don't slap my ass, and I say it in a nice way the first time, the second time it's not going to be nice, and the third time I'm going to slap you. That's how that works. Maybe you like to get your ass slapped. Maybe you allow niggas to treat you different types of ways that I'm not going for. And that's your prerogative because that's your body. But this is my body and it's my choice. And if a nigga want to slap me, he can get slapped too. And if we can take it to the farthest extent of anything that you want to take it to, because I'm willing to go there. But the reason why I'm like this is because when I was younger, I have been sexually assaulted multiple times throughout my life. I don't have patience for men touching me inappropriately in a way that I do not deem is necessary, because I've dealt with things ever since I was very young that I didn't have any control over. Now that I have control over it, I'm not giving no nigga grace, period. These are grown men, and y'all need to stop feeling sorry for grown ass men. That shit is disgusting to me. A man knows when you tell him no the first time. No means no. If he can't understand no, he understands you slapping him across that motherfucking mouth. Period. Because niggas don't understand words, they understand consequences. And I don't mind giving it out. If you have any other questions, don't ask me no questions. Period. If you don't like me, die. I don't give a fuck. If you don't like how I talk, we don't ever have to talk again. Period. I'm not explaining shit to people who don't want to understand. I'm making it as clear as I possibly can right now. If you don't understand it after this, it's too fucking bad. If you don't want to be friends with me after this, I don't give a fuck. Period. I got enough shit going on in my life that I don't need an extra friend or an extra. I'm not explaining myself to no fucking body. I'm grown. That's what people I like. I'm grown. I do it out of a courtesy because people are really uneducated about autism. But the courtesy is over. I'm not explaining myself to nobody no more ever again. Period.